Hi guys. So I wanted to bring this up, but I was kind of meditating on it a bit. So I do believe that there's still racism in the U.S. I think part of the reason why we have so many race issues is probably stemming from some kind of backlash from slavery and that kind of thing. And there was segregation for a long time, even after slavery. And I've been in the South for a while, since last September, and really before that I was still in the South, but I had spent like a week or so at home. And so you can kind of feel the racism, but God, He puts you in a place in which it doesn't affect you as much, because you realize that you're a person of worth. And people can think or say whatever they want about you, but at the end of the day, God has made you fearfully and wonderfully made and uniquely. And so I've been looking at the Manosphere for like the past month or so, and yeah, I mean, I could say that it's mostly trash. Um, and there is this hate towards women, that is straight out the pit of hell. It's I'm trying to put my finger on it, but to me, it's the same manipulative, behaviors that men have used on me in the past, to try to make me bend to their will. And it's very sickening. And what the thing is, they call themselves high value men, but a person that knows his worth would never do something like that. So there is a man, his YouTube channel is AJ Lifts or Alex Lifts, one of those two. And he commented on a video concerning Gentiles and Jews, like not anything to do with the Manosphere. Let's just see what he had to say. So as you can see, this guy who makes this content, one of his videos was pertaining to, loving yourself or whatever the deal is. I think he had a video that was going to come out about him getting in a huge car wreck. One of the things that you learn as a Christian is you reap what you sow. And while this is true most of the time, sometimes you're just persecuted for no reason. That's also true. But I said nothing to this guy. I didn't know his channel exists, any of that. And so Exhibit A, you can see this man whom I've never met before came to my channel and proceeded to tell me to start a GoFundMe to get the mole that I was born with removed off my face. And then he called me an EBT welfare queen. So I've never taken anything from the government. I refuse to take anything from the government, aside from my student loans. But I have a feeling many races take student loans from the government. But yeah, it's just not something that I want to do, because I don't want to be at the whim of the government. And I know God provides, so it's just not a smart idea to be taking things from the enemy, in my opinion. So what does this say? This says, yeah, racism probably still exists, because, why are you assuming that I'm on welfare, that I'm an EBT queen? Like, is it because I'm black? That's what it seems like. He said he showed my video to his Israeli friends, and they had a hard laugh. I don't know why. I mean, I might have brought up Israelis. I don't remember in the video, but yeah, I don't care. For the simple fact is, many of those Israelis in Israel are not Israel. The Ashkenazi descend from Japheth. It says it right there in Genesis 10. The other ones, they might come from Spain. I haven't done enough research on them. But at the end of the day, like, they often have racist attitudes, which basically shows that you're not a chosen person. Because what's chosenness? Chosenness is basically that for those who do the will of God. And considering as much alphabetism, as much feminism, all these things that go against God is going on in Israel, I can assure you that these people are not the chosen people at this point. There is a person in the church down the street that goes to church every Sunday that is more chosen than those people over there. So with that said, I don't really care what his friends got to say, because their whole thing over there anyway is to try to keep up the facade that they're the chosen people anyway, so they can keep receiving funds or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, I've had cancer before. This isn't cancer. This is like the same thing Marilyn Monroe had on her face, like a mole. But Marilyn Monroe is white, so you're probably not going to say too much about her. So I would just do the same thing that I did when I had ovarian cancer. I would just ask God, hey, how do I heal this? And he healed it the first time. So he would probably heal this if it was actually cancer. So I don't actually need a GoFundMe. But I think you should start a GoFundMe so you can get a therapist, something that's going to help you get over your racism. But if you don't have the money even after that, you can also just go to God and he will heal your racism. He did it for me. I no longer have too much of an issue with too many people anymore. So, yeah, I really hope that something turns around in your life. I don't think that, badgering women and trying to manipulate them is going to help too much concerning getting a wife or a girlfriend. If your heart is really bad, then there's not going to be many women that want you in the first place because nobody wants to put up with that. So be blessed and have a good one. Bye.